This is a troll. A fucking troll. Oh yes. She is an overdone subject, and so is he. Now why is this guy on my screen? Holy shit, the balls. This is so fucking lame. This kid is a fucking troll. Why are you showing him? Mario Plumber is a great troll. Oh yes. And we are almost done with the intro. Finally. Holy shit, what is that? It scared my dog and now it's dead. This intro is so lame. It's also kind of gay. But now it is almost done. Faggot.
Greetings, YouTube. The William0737 here with another commentary. This one's going to be on a user known as Fast and Furious 450. He did a rant on the PS1 claiming that it's overrated. And that's what I'm going to commentate on. It's ridiculous. He does not give any real points of why the PS1, quote, sucks.
And he's a freaking troll. Am I right, guys?
Well, let's begin.
The PS1 is the most overrated fucking video game console of all time.
Oh, Lord. Do you have any fucking idea how sick we all are of hearing the overrated card from people like you? It's really all you can say. Oh, the PS1, a great console for its time, is overrated. Yeah, sure, my ass is overrated.
Whoa, calm your tits, madam. Why are you getting so pissed about that? Or, even better, why are you getting so pissed at a fuck it.
It is just a complete... It's fucking shit to me. It is garbage. I think it's a piece of garbage. The PS1 sucked.
Proof. Do you have any proof of what you say?
Don't worry, people. That just translates to...
Would you care to elaborate?
Yeah, prepare to hear that a lot.
The PS1 fucking sucked. The N64 and the Dreamcast were way fucking better.
Of course they were better. They came afterwards, you idiot! Am I the only one who thinks that's pointless comparing the PlayStation 1 to consoles that came after it, like the Nintendo 64 and the Dreamcast?
Yes, because a 2 to 3 year difference made a huge difference at the time. Never mind how they were all part of the same generation of gaming consoles, so of course, they will be compared to each other. Welcome to the world of gamers. I am glad to see you are as nitpicky as the rest of us up here.
My God, that's a pretty weak comparison.
They were my late 90s, early 2000s consoles up until I got the PS2. The PS2 was good. That's when Sony actually started making good consoles.
The PS1 would make mincemeat out of the PS2, the Nintendo 64, and the Dreamcast.
Seriously, you are saying that the PlayStation would beat the PlayStation 2 despite the fact that the PlayStation 2, it was the best-selling next-generation console of all time, and that it was still beating sales on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 when they were released, because the PlayStation 2 was still on the market at that time. Also, I can't forget that you were the person who said this.
Am I the only one who thinks that's pointless comparing the PlayStation 1 to consoles that came after it?
And here you are comparing a console to a console from the next fucking generation.
Yes, that is my opinion. If you don't agree, that's fine. But, like haters and fanboys, he's treating his opinion as if it's a fact. And, of course, that's one of my big pet peeves.
So, you can say that the PlayStation 1 would beat the shit out of every other console ever made, and it's okay because, well, you said this is my opinion. Listen, dumbass, you don't have to say that it is your opinion or this is just my opinion for something to be an opinion. The dude you are commentating on is giving his fucking opinion, and you're getting all pissy about it. Way to make yourself look like an ignorant ass.
With the PS2 actually had good games. And the PS3 has good games too.
PS2 actually has good games. PS3 actually has good games. Can you name some of them?
You may think this, but I don't.
Tell us what these, quote, good games are.
Would you care to elaborate?
And by the way, the PS1 has lots of good games. It's one of my all-time favorite consoles.
Well, Lottie, frickin' dying. Good for fucking you. At least now we can tell why you are acting like a Sony fanboy. I'm now skipping the part where he lists some of his favorite games, complete with long pauses and other signs that he didn't script this shit.
You know, there's a lot of people who hate on the PS3. Yeah, it's just because you have bad taste. You don't respect good games.
You not only insulted the fans of the PS1, but you've insulted your viewers in general. Bravo! Bravo! They don't have good taste in video games because they don't think like you?
God of War 3, Devil May Cry 4, Split Second, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Mortal Kombat 2011.
Okay, hold it right there. Marvel vs. Capcom was originally on PlayStation, wasn't it? No, I'm sorry, it was in the arcade. It was ported to the PlayStation, I think maybe the Saturn too.
Yeah, but he's talking about Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Why are you bringing up the first one?
Not only that, but Mortal Kombat, the new one. I know this is all opinionated, this is just my opinion, but I really think the Mortal Kombat games have gone downhill lately. I really don't think they're anything like the classics. So, that's a pretty weak comparison.
So once again, you're going to show your hypocrisy by saying, I can state my opinion, but your opinion is shit because it doesn't agree with mine. I'm starting to sense a pattern.
Super Street Fighter 4, just so many good games. The Batman Arkham City, Arkham Asylum games, the Rocksteady.
Care to explain why those games are so great?
Please elaborate on your points. Thank you.
It could also translate to, I haven't played it before, but I wanted to say you are wrong, so I just told you to expand on something. I am awesome! By the way, the new Batman games have amazing fucking controls, a fantastic stealth system, a good storyline, enough unlockables and hidden shit to keep you playing for weeks, and are, well, overall fun.
Batman games on PS3. What good Batman games were on the PS1? What good Batman games were on the PS1? Huh?
Who fucking cares? And by the way, what good Batman games were on the Dreamcast or Nintendo 64? Feel free to leave them in the comments if there are, but I don't remember them being on any of those consoles. And by the way, are Batman games really that good? In my opinion, the only real good Batman game that I remember was Batman on the NES. But once again, that's just my opinion.
Why would you mention what Batman game you think is good right after stating that talking about Batman games is pointless? Why would you do this? How retarded are you?
Can somebody answer that? Oh, that's right. Batman and Robin. The Joel Schumacher Batman and Robin film movie. The video game that was based off of a film.
Oh, Lord. Batman and Robin was the latest movie at that time. Of course there was a game for the PS1. The PS1 was big at that time. What did you expect?
He's not saying it was a bad game. Hell, he isn't even saying anything about the game other than it exists, because before this he was trying to determine if there were any Batman games on the PlayStation, and now he is clarifying his point. This is why you don't stop people every 5 seconds in their commentary.
Off of that film that was on the PS1. It was by Acclaim. Oh, what another one? Batman Beyond Return of the Joker. That was on PS1. That was a great game. That was a great beat 'em up, wasn't it?
So a console is only good if it has good Batman titles? Is that what you're trying to say?
That is not what he's trying to say.
Games are good. You do know that, right?
Huh, yeah, right. Get the fuck out of here. You're homosexuals.
Oh, insult gay people too. Once again, bravo! You're really on a roll, aren't you?
You know, just saying the word homosexual is not an insult to homosexuals. Plus, I would like to have you know that the word gay was changed to mean what it does now as an insult to homosexuals. So you, in a sense, insulted homosexuals with your statement defending homosexuals. I can make pointless statements too, guys. Am I cool yet?
You know, the N64 and the Dreamcast were just way fucking better. They were just way better. They had better game. It was just, to me, you know, I know I'm gonna get.
Please speak fluently without stuttering. If you keep stuttering, it's going to take away impact from your rant. People aren't going to take you seriously. Please learn to speak fluently without going.
And yet you have been pissed off with him this whole time, which would mean that you have been taking him seriously this entire time. Would you please make up your goddamn mind?
A lot of hate for this video. I don't care. The PS1 to me was just overrated shit.
Go back to what I said when the video began, because I am not going to repeat myself.
Which point at the beginning of this video? There are a lot of them. After all, you have been stopping him every 5 seconds to say something. Was it one of those times where you said,
Would you care to elaborate?
because there are a shit ton of those?
Had nothing. I mean, come on. It was like just one of my.
Can you please stop stuttering so much? Either rehearse what you're gonna say or use a script.
Most hated memories with the PS1 was trying to play Twisted Metal 2 with the control pad instead of an analog stick.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Twisted Metal was a fun game. I do change the controls because I use a different control setting.
Yeah, I'm skipping the rest of the point because all you say is this.
You may think this, but I don't.
Trying to play with that fucking D-pad, which is a good D-pad. Sony actually made a good D-pad. But trying to play a 3D game with a D-pad is not a good thing. Not a game like Twisted Metal.
Once again, do you care to explain how and why?
Not a driving game with a D-pad. The controls were horrible.
Bullshit, that is bullshit, that is bullshit. Are you kidding?
Well, let me just quote you on this one then.
Do you care to explain how and why?
I see a new running gag starting for this commentary. Does anyone else see it?
Like having doubts about the system. I was just already having. Then I played fucking shitty ass games like Bubsy 3D, fucking shitty ass games like Batman and Robin on the PlayStation, the PS1.
Busby 3D was a bad game, but it wasn't the only game on PS1. The games I mentioned were very good to play, and there were dozens of others, too. Folks, you know who this guy reminds me of? He kind of reminds me of Chad Warden, the way he keeps repeating himself and bashing what he doesn't like and praising what he does like. Kind of what Chad Warden did with the PS3, or I'm sorry, PS Triple.
Here is the issue. He has mentioned at least one game, no wait, 2 games, in this video from PlayStation 1 that he does like. So where are you getting this shit from?
Fucking shitty games like Rascal. Remember that? Remember that kid with the backwards cap and the shades and the blue shirt?
Just because a console has a few bad games doesn't mean the console itself sucked. The NES, my favorite console of all time, had plenty of bad games, but it had plenty of good ones too. Just because it had bad games, that automatically mean the console itself sucks?
And he had like a bubble gun, a water gun or something like that. That was a shitty ass game.
Hey, every console has bad games. Remember The Ring, Terror's Realm on the Dreamcast? That game sucked. Or how about Superman on the Nintendo 64? That game also sucked.
Let me ask a very simple question. Why did you stop the video twice within barely 5 seconds of each other just to repeat what you already said before? Was that really necessary? This tells me that you didn't actually script this video and that you are just commenting as it goes. Though if you are scripting, then it just says that you're really bad at scripting.
Another shitty game for the PS1. PS1 fucking sucked. Only good games on the PS1 was like survival horror games. And fuck RPGs. I don't give a fuck what you guys say. Fuck Final
Blah
Fantasy.
blah 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 blah.
Oh, how mature of you, sir! Acting like a 2-year-old on a playground going, "Nah, nah, nah, I'm not listening, nah, 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 nah."
Fuck that shit. Fuck Cloud. Fuck Sephiroth.
I can't believe I have to keep saying this over and over again. Yes, Final Fantasy VII has flaws, but the game is fun. That's what really matters.
Fuck all those faggots. Fuck PS1.
Can you stop saying fuck so much? It doesn't make you sound cool. It doesn't make you sound macho. You're just making an ass out of yourself.
Well, if that is the case, let me just say this. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck,
Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah.
And Metal Gear Solid is just the most overrated fucking game of all time.
Metal Gear Solid sucks? Oh, you really know what you're talking about, don't you? Metal Gear Solid is a very fun game. I still play it to this day.
You may think this, but I don't.
Well, Lottie fucking da. We're all so very happy that you like Metal Gear so very much. What was that you said earlier about using opinions as a fact? The Metal Gear series, which is one of my all-time favorite series, has flaws that could make people not like it, such as the multitude of cutscenes that break up the action more than it really should. The controls for the original Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation 1 pale in comparison to other games on the same system. The first Splinter Cell had better sneaking controls, for an example.
Now, does that mean it's a bad game? No. Metal Gear Solid isn't by no means a bad game.
Oh, you hear that, folks? He's trying to make up for it by saying Metal Gear Solid's not a bad game. Let me tell you something Fast and Furious. If you call something overrated, you obviously mean it's bad. Most of the time, that is. And the way you keep saying overrated over and over and over again, you obviously mean that it's bad. Don't try to make up for it. It's too late. You've already made your point.
Did you even listen to yourself before you uploaded this? You state that overrated means bad, but then you clarify it by saying, well, most of the time. But then you say, he always means sucks when he says overrated. Are you listening to yourself? Final Fantasy VII is overall one of the most overrated games in the Final Fantasy franchise. It is not as innovative as other games released in the series, yet people praise how fucking amazing it is. And yet, I still think it's a good game. Fuck! The guy you were commenting on said Metal Gear Solid is fun, but because you don't like him, that is a contradiction in your mind, even though you yourself said that overrated does not always mean bad. Do you listen to your own stupidity?
But it is so overrated. You guys, you fucking PS1 fucking faggots.
You know what, folks? This looks like a good time to end it. It's just going on and on and on, and he keeps repeating himself and not making any logical sense.
Well, that's hilarious, seeing as most of the points you've made in this entire video were nothing more than...
Elaborate. And
I would like to thank you, ZM Anonymous, for making that clip and allowing me to steal it from you without your permission.
Fast and Furious 450, you gave no reason why the PS1 sucks, or it's overrated, as you keep saying. It's a great console. I still have it today, and it still works. And you know what? I'm going to play it tonight. And I'm going to enjoy it. And there's nothing you're going to do about it.
Well, ain't you just the toughest fucking shit on the internet? You're gonna play a PlayStation and we can't stop you because, by God, we don't know where you live and neither do we care. Well, that's just fantastic for you, isn't it? And how the hell does this make you even look credible? Come on, really. It did just the opposite, in fact. It made you look like an arrogant, self-indulging, self-important prick. Congrats. It also showed just how pissed you got at a guy who you yourself labeled as a troll.
One more thing I gotta say to you. If you don't like the PS1, that's fine, okay? But you don't have to rub our faces in it. You don't have to parade about it. You don't have to treat your opinions as if they're facts. That's what pisses people off.
The hilarious part is that you spent this entire video doing the exact same fucking thing, except you were getting your fanboy juices everywhere and stating your fanboy facts as statements.
Well, folks, that's all I gotta say about that. Good night, everyone.
Overall, the only thing I have to say is that I think Realmores might have died today. He couldn't handle how vigorously Baxter the Mongoose was raping him today, what with all the hypocrisy there was in this video. Now, before I let you go, let's just go ahead and look and see what else he has done on his channel. Such as, he got, quote, bored one day and remade his commentary on Invalid Nickname last month. Let me repeat this. He did a commentary on Invalid Nickname last month. He has also been mirroring videos made by Shadowblaze XA as if we haven't all seen enough of him already. Now, the last thing I want to show you is this. A video he made on Retsupre when they made fun of the Nostalgia Critic. Boy, was he pissed in this video. It is commentary worthy. Why was he pissed, you might ask? Well, that's because Slow Beef and Diabetes made fun of the Nostalgia Critic and were mean to him and his fans, despite the fact that Diabetes and Slow Beef have been doing this shit for years. Now, why did it take them making fun of the Nostalgia Critic before I ever made a video about them? Well, the simple answer is he's a goddamn fanboy of the Nostalgia Critic. Never mind how he says commentaries are for constructive criticism and that you shouldn't make fun of people to make a joke. And yet you can watch any of his commentaries and he does just that. What a fucking hypocrite. This is the Professor and I bid you all a very fine adieu.